Welcome to Advantech's Edge Computing in Action. This is Victoria. Today we will talk about industrial wireless technology. Today we're very glad to be here to have our speaker, Jerry Jiang, Director of Advantech. Hello, Jerry.
Hello, everyone. This is Jerry from the Advantech Industrial Wireless team.
Okay, since Jerry is from AIW, so we will talk about the technological evolution in industrial wireless, and also we will talk about the challenges and opportunities that we are facing. So many people will think wireless is simply Wi-Fi 5, which what we use to get online. But actually, in the industrial scenarios, wireless is the foundation of entire system architecture. So how do you explain this kind of misconception?
Many people still think wireless simply means Wi-Fi 5 or internet access. But actually, in the industrial world, wireless is much more than that. It's a nervous system of the whole operation. For the edge AI to analyze the real-time data from the machine and the sensor, we really need wireless that is stable, low latency, and highly reliable. Wi-Fi 5 was designed for the home or office use only, not for the industrial environment, where there are hundreds of the connected devices and a lot of the interference. That's why the technology like the Wi-Fi 7 and the 5G are becoming crucial. Wi-Fi 7 offers a wide bandwidth, multi-link operation, and much better reliability, enabling the truly real-time AI-driven automation. I believe in the future, wireless will be the foundation to the industrial as the electrical power, not just a connection, but the foundation of the intelligent system.
Okay, since we know the popular word edge AI is driving the new demand, especially in wireless. So your team summarized for 4 major wireless scenarios. Can you give us some representative examples of each scenarios?
Of course. Let me walk through each one. The first one is AMR and robotic. In a smart factory or warehouse, AMR needed to receive a mission command and environmental sensing data in real time. If a wireless connect is unstable, it will cause a collision or production line shutdown. Second, for the healthy care and the Pro AV application. In the operation room, high-resolution medical image transmit wirelessly to the display and control system. Any delay or disconnect will affect the diagnostic accuracy or even surgical safety. The third one is the smart infrastructure. The smart strip line rely on the real-time sensing data to adjust the lighting based on the traffic and the environment. Without a reliable wireless link, the system could not react instantly or optimize the energy use. The last one is the industrial drone and the ruggedized device. In the agricultural inspection, drone require precise positioning and live video feedback. The GNSS RTK combined with a stable wireless connection ensure the accuracy and safe operation across a large area. So across all 4 domains, wireless, we believe, is not just a communication layer anymore. It's a foundation that allows the edge AI to act, decide it, and respond in real time. Without that, the intelligence at the edge simply could not happen.
Okay, you mentioned about 4 demands like robotics, healthcare, and also infrastructure and drones. And actually, all these scenarios need technology. So the technology like Wi-Fi 7, 5G RedCap is getting more and more popular these days. So could you tell us why these technologies stand out and what scenarios are best for them?
In today's industrial world, there is no single wireless technology could fit every need. Each technology plays a unique role depending on the data requirement, latency, and the cost target. Let's start with the Wi-Fi 7. The biggest stress of the Wi-Fi 7 are the high bandwidth, ultra-low latency. This makes it perfect fit for the application like the Pro AV, advanced medical image, and the AMR in the smart factory. This environment that requires a massive real-time data transmit over a short distance, and the Wi-Fi 7 delivers the stability and the speed. Next, we're talking about the 5G RedCap. This technology shows a great balance between the performance and the cost. It only needs two antenna design, which make it ideal for a mid-tier industrial IoT device. The RedCap brings many of the advantages of the 5G, such as reliability and the low latency, but at a much lower cost and complexity. Then we're talking about the LTE K1-bit. It's a mature, low-cost solution designed for the low data, high stability application, like the smart meter and the EV charger. It may not offer the high throughput, but it's globally available and extremely reliable, making it ideal for the long-term deployment. The last one we're talking about the GNSS RTK. This technology provides a centimeter level positioning accuracy, which is essential for the industrial drone, precise agriculture, and outdoor robotic. When the exact location data matter, RTK, I believe, is a key enabler. So I want to give quickly a summary. No single solution could feed every demand, but pick the right one, allow your system could run faster and smarter.
Okay, so faster, safer, and smarter, I think, is the key. So in these technologies that we are going to talk about, people will talk about industrial connectivity, and many people will think of 5G. But actually, I know your team prioritize Wi-Fi 7, okay, for indoor environment. So from a practical point of view, where does Wi-Fi 7 really shine?
From cost point of view, 5G solution need to build a small cell or base station for its ecosystem, and it also needed to pay the monthly fee to the carrier. And it needed to extra cost to design the SIM card or eSIM. From performance point of view, the throughput of the Wi-Fi 7 by using two antenna design could achieve more than 4 gigabit per second. This number is higher than the legacy 5G NR performance, which needed a 4 antenna design. Second, both the Wi-Fi 7 and the legacy 5G show a similar latency, which is around 1 millisecond. Moreover, Wi-Fi 7 offers a new feature so-called the MLO. The MLO means the multi-link operation. It could improve the latency and the stability. Based on this reason, we believe the Wi-Fi 7 is the best candidate for the indoor wireless application.
Since we talk the benefit of Wi-Fi 7, we see the performance, low latency, MLO, etc. But actually, with the rise of Wi-Fi 7, we see the original market of 5G has been squeezed. So in that case, in industrial applications, how do you see the future of 5G? And what's the future of the 5G applications in the coming years?
In the industrial sector, the adoption of the 5G has been slower than many expect. The main reason are the cost and the lack of clear application scenario. So the demand for the legacy 5G, both the FR1 and the FR2 remain the limit. Today, most industrial devices still rely on the 4G. However, since the LTE Cat4 chipset has been in mass production over a decade, we recommend the LTE Cat6 as a short-term solution upgrade to the extended production life cycle. Once the carrier finalizes the spec and complete the base station rollout, we expect the 5G RedCap can into a large-scale deployment around 2027. On the other hand, as the smart meter and the EV charger continue to grow, there are strong demand for the long-range, low data rate, and cost-effective connectivity. That's where the 4G K1-bit becoming the ideal choice.
Okay, we do see the bright future of industrial wireless, but for many companies and our customers, they are facing certain challenges actually. So when you introducing wireless technologies to industrial applications, what's the point of it, and what do you see, and how do we solve?
Industrial wireless faces three major challenges. The first one is a highly customization requirement. In the industrial field, typically wireless solutions often require a highly degree of customization to fit a different application scenario. However, most customers lack the wireless know-how to choose the right technology or define the product spec on their own. They also rely on the global technical support to quickly address on-site issues or on-site support. The second challenge is the long-term supply and the quality insurance. In the industrial field, customers expect at 5 years of the product longevity support. Second is the industrial-grade operation temperature and the highly reliable wireless connectivity to keep their system run smoothly over a long term. The last one is the global certification. Typically, customers prefer the one single SKU to cover the global certification. They also need the support to set up and debug at the third-party lab, as well as assistance with the extended certification report and the antenna filling service.
Okay, so we talk about a lot about the wireless, but actually adoption is a problem because for many companies, when they go into the adoption procedure, they will see a lot of difficulties. So how do we help customers to integrate wireless functionality into their products?
First, we start by conducting wireless assistance to identify the most suitable technology for each spec environment. Based on the finding, we recommend the right and suitable wireless module and antenna. At the same time, we provide a wide range of the design service to help customers overcome the several wireless-related issues, including the antenna customization service, driver porting, and the firmware optimization support. The third one is the wireless testing and the certification service. The last one is the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth logo certification support. Our goal is to deliver a complete wireless turnkey solution from the design, certification to the verification that fully meet our customer wireless requirement. Since the above the challenge and the service cannot fully addressed by a single company alone, we must seek a stronger partner from the chipset vendor downstream the third-party lab to build out a complete ecosystem and a joint response to the market demand.
Okay, thank you, Jerry, for sharing your insight of industrial wireless technology. For more information, please stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.
All right.